Jamie, you still want to go out? I haven't heard from you in like a week. Dude, we're already gonna be late. Can you just open the door?
Scoop dee dee whoop.
Dude, I've had enough. I'm coming in. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, how's it going?
What do you mean, how's it going? How long has it been since you've slept? Or bathed?
Since the Donda video.
Dude, the Donda video was like 6 months ago.
It doesn't matter. What matters is all the pieces are coming together. Don't you
I've
spent
seen
the last
Samurai
week started
and
analyzing
Instagram
stories,
stories,
screenshots from the
and
video,
videos,
and
and
I'm
watching
taking
it
it away.
drops.
But that's not even the best part.
What's the best part?
The best part is, we are so back.
Welcome to Kanye West Rank, the series where we rank each song off of Kanye West's various albums. Today we're going to be ranking Kanye West's highly anticipated collaboration album with Ty Dolla $ign entitled Vultures 1, which was released in 2024. I gotta take these stupid things out, they actually hurt. Before we begin though, I'd like to go over a few rules. First of all, I'm going to be ranking on a 10-point scale. I won't be considering any short interludes or skits on these lists, and as always, please understand that this is my opinion. So let's get started. Coming in at number 16, we have King with a 5.5. I feel like the lyrics of this song kind of tanked its potential rating. Now you might hear me say that and think, oh, Jamie can't separate art from the artist. If that were the case, I wouldn't be making this video. This series wouldn't exist. Separating art is one thing, but I draw the line if the lyrics are corny. Like, the production isn't bad on this song. In fact, the production of this album is one of its most consistently strong aspects. But this song just isn't listenable. You won't be listening to this song while driving. You wouldn't put this on aux at a party. You'd likely be given a couple nasty looks if you did. Because if people find out that you like listening to Kanye West brag about being anti-Semitic for an entire song, you may not be painting the best image of yourself. Next at number 15, we have Talking with a 5.8. I had a lot of trouble ranking this song because it just doesn't seem to take itself very serious. Now the sample is very interesting, and I think it's sweet that Kanye has a song with his daughter, but I really don't see myself listening to this with any regularity. In regard to the second portion of the song, I'm just not a big fan of it. Ty's performance isn't anything crazy, and even if I did like it, am I really gonna sit through the entire North verse just to get to it? Not to mention that Kanye is barely even on this track, only providing a couple lines at the end. I think it's cool that a song with Kanye and his daughter exists, but it really doesn't contribute much to the album. At number 14, we have Paid with a 6.0. This song is like irritating with how catchy it is. I only say it's irritating because it has a number of glaring weak points. However, the production is certainly not one of them. The bass line that comes in at the 2-minute mark of this song is incredibly funky. I am not, however, a fan of Kanye's performance on this track. This like high-pitched thing that he's doing just doesn't work for me. Tide is just fine, I guess, on the chorus, repeating the same words over and over, but it kind of just ends up being a superficial, empty song made for the purposes of being superficial and empty. At number 13, we have Beg Forgiveness with a 6.1. There's like a 3-minute snooze fest before anything even happens on this song, and then once Kanye finally comes in, it's still pretty boring. I have to respect Ty's vocals at the end. You can tell there's a great deal of passion behind his performance. And although this song is pretty interesting as an art piece, it has astronomically low replay value. At number 12, we've got Hood Rat, also with a 6.1. This song probably features the weakest production on the whole album. I just get annoyed with the super repetitive nature of it. I didn't hate Kanye's or Ty's verse, but it just kind of felt slow and uninteresting. I think there's a lot better on this album. At number 11, we've got Paperwork with a 6.2. This song is certainly a bit more experimental than most, and with a production that's inspired by Brazilian funk music, you'd think it wouldn't work. And while maybe it wasn't my favorite song on the album, it definitely wasn't the worst thing ever. I wasn't exactly moved by Kanye's or Ty's performances, but the Quavo feature was at least fun. At the number 10 spot, we've got Vultures with a 6.6. I think I've heard this song enough times to say it lands right around here. And on my first listen to this album, I didn't feel guilty about skipping this one.
If this is the same as the single, then I'm gonna respectfully, I'm gonna skip it. Okay, yeah. So next song.
I will admit, it has grown on me since it was first released as a single, but it's still pretty weak in terms of Kanye's music. I strongly prefer the Havoc version that was on the Vultures Pack EP. Not that the Havoc version is some masterpiece or anything, but I think it would have made a more intriguing addition to the album. At number 9, we have Keys to My Life with a 7.0. The beat of this song sounds like a cross between 808s and Yeezus. It's really interesting seeing Kanye's different styles of sound throughout the years making a return on this album. You get little notes of nearly every era of his discography across this project, in addition to the new styles he's experimenting with. Now this song is definitely unique, but I don't find it particularly captivating. It's sort of slow going in the beginning, and then it starts to build and immediately drops right back off again. It isn't bad, but I just don't think I'll be coming back to this one very often. Next at number 8, we've got Problematic with a 7.5. This song has some of the best production on the whole album. Kanye and Ty go back and forth delivering solid lines over a triumphant brass line. As you may know, I have a certain track record with brass instrumentals on Kanye songs. Kanye also name drops the Poconos, which I think is cool because that's like where I live. Also, closing out the song with a callback to So Appalled from Twisted Fantasy was just great. You know you're cooked when Kanye referencing his own music gets you excited. At number 7, we've got Fuck Some with a 7.5. This just sounds like a rebranded Cardi song. We get a pretty solid verse from Cardi to open this song, but I don't even think it's his best performance on this album. I will say that the Alvin and the Chipmunks feature was unexpected.
No.
Obviously that's a joke, but I don't agree with the design choice to pitch anything up that severely. Even Travis Scott hops on towards the end, which surprised me. But I wasn't terribly impressed with his verse either. You'd expect a lineup of Kanye, Cardi, and Travis all in the same song to yield something crazy, but I think it was just okay, at least compared to what it could have been. At number 6, we've got Back to Me with a 7.8. This song very effectively balances being unserious while not sacrificing quality. This beat is absolutely gorgeous, and Ty just glides right over it. Pause. The whole beautiful big titty butt naked women thing is funny, but I think Kanye could have probably dedicated a fraction of the time that he did towards that line. It just kind of gets a bit tired after hearing it 6 times in a row. Kanye's verse is solid, but the real star of this song is the Freddie Gibbs feature. I was just shocked on my first listen. He went for like 2 minutes straight without slowing down. His addition without question made for one of the highs of the album. At the number 5 spot, we've got Stars with a 7.9. This song does a great job of introducing you to the style of this album. The lyricism on it is pretty minimal, but I think that's alright. This song's slow, ethereal production makes it seem like you're being actively transported into the experience that is Vultures. Let me settle down. The background vocals fit very nicely behind Kanye and Ty's verses. It serves as a very fitting album opener and a pretty solid song on its own. And at number 4, we've got Good, Don't Die with an 8.3. Kanye went heavy with the 808 influences on this one. There's really not a whole lot of moving parts on this song, but I think it really works. It's just a calm, relaxing ballad in the waning tracks of this album. The sample is great. So great that the song has been removed from Spotify as of this video's recording. This is likely an issue of Kanye sampling without permission, a trend that unfortunately permeates this album. I think the whole album got removed from Apple Music yesterday, so us Spotify users are going to be crossing our fingers. But I really like this song, so I'm hoping that whatever business is going on with it gets sorted so it can be re-uploaded. At number 3, we have Do It with an 8.5. I know the album is only a couple days old, but I've had so much fun listening to this song. The melodic nature of its production really lends itself nicely to Ty's singing. The chorus of this song has been stuck in my head ever since I first listened to it. Kanye's verse is one of his best on this whole album, and you can call it corny if you want, but the I just bought my bitch a bitch line is just so great. It's also kind of funny listening to Kanye on a beat like this. It just doesn't feel like something a 46-year-old should be rapping over. Now, if you're looking for deep storytelling or lyricism, you won't find it on this song, but it still makes for a pretty fun upbeat listen. At the number 2 spot, we've got Carnival with an 8.9. I'm already predicting that this song will have the highest streams on the whole album. I'm a big fan of the chanting crowd that serves as the intense background vocals for this track. The production of this song is so complex and chaotic, it's amazing. And the Hell of a Life sample to introduce Kanye's verse was so cold. How long has it been since you've heard anything from Rich the Kid? Exactly. He's got the chorus on this song. And the very second that I heard this, the intro, my hair stood on end. And finally, at the number 1 spot, we have Burn with a 9.3. We are so back! This song is Exhibit A for Kanye beating the Washed allegations. How do you even make a beat this beautiful? Fantana was like pooping in his diaper saying it sounds like a YouTube beat.
It just sounds like Ty singing over a fucking YouTube beat. This is nothing special. The fuck is this shit?
Ty lays down some smooth vocals on the chorus and just ties this whole thing together. I understand that although Vultures is a collaborative project, Ty has sort of stepped back and not been the showrunner for much of it. Still, I think he did a great job of acting as the glue for Kanye's eclectic mix of styles and sounds, and for keeping him really grounded throughout the project. I was not a fan of Ty until I was immersed in this rollout, but I can say that I am pleasantly surprised with how he did. I apologize, I was unfamiliar with your game. In regards to Kanye's verse, this is some of the best rapping we've heard from Ye in a very long time. His hungry, energetic flow, coupled with this glorious orchestral beat, makes it feel like something plucked straight from the late Registration era. I only wish it were longer than 2 minutes. That's what she said. And that completes our list. Thanks for watching this edition of Kanye West Ranked. As of this video's recording, Vultures 1 is the most recent Kanye album. However, there are 2 more Vultures projects allegedly in the works that should hopefully release in the coming months. So consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you won't miss what's next. Thanks again, and have a good one.